Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And so I'm watching the show, your new favorite pop culture YouTube channel where we talk about movies, TV, music, and more. I wanted to record an intro because we're going to release some very old test footage of ours that was Riverdale. We covered season 1 and 2 of Riverdale. And because we have had so much fun with that show, for better and worse, and because it's been one of some of our most popular content, I was like, we've got this footage. It's not great. Like, our audio's bad. Yeah. We look different. There is no set. Yeah. But I think ultimately at the end of the day, I think the conversation is good. Mm-hmm. And I think it's worth releasing.
It's in my old dining room.
So yeah, we're definitely going to release season 2. And that's what this is. This is just a little intro for our Riverdale season 2 content. So you got to have options.
I see.
So please do enjoy.
Yeah. The hills have eyes. Sort of.
Yeah, well, kinda.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Okay. This is a fine one. This is a good one. It's kind
There is a lot of manufactured drama.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a bottle episode. Half of it is, at least, where it's like putting Archie and Betty and Veronica and Jughead together in one room. In a luxury cabin. Yeah.
In several rooms.
It's fun. I like that aspect of it. Them like on vacation and having like a weekend off, and they completely blow Cheryl off.
Luxury and weekend, two of my favorite words. So, where are we going and how extravagant a wardrobe should I pack?
And she gets hers in the end.
She does. I mean, once again, Cheryl literally crying out for help. And they just are like,
Sorry, Cheryl. It's kind of a romantic couples-only weekend.
I see. Of course. My mistake.
And it's just like, I also just love how completely shameless and transparent she is.
Because she tells on them?
Well, she calls Jughead, which how she has Jughead's number is beyond me. But also, he's the single best one. Well, he's the only one that doesn't know, so it had to have been him. Yeah. But she calls Jughead, and she's like, by the way, Archie and Betty kissed. Bye!
And that it seemed pretty serious. Like, with tongue serious? That's all. Enjoy your couples-only weekend. Kisses to all. Bye now.
And it's like that. Yeah, it's like that concise. And so, of course, Jughead is so butthurt about it, and he tries to pretend he's not. And this is more of the like.
I think the thing he's most butthurt about is that she didn't tell him.
No, Archie's a sore spot for him.
Well, sure.
Archie's like the stud, and he's not, and it's like they both have this thing where it's like with each other, where it's like Archie also knows that Jughead's smart, and he's not, and so. I appreciate the attempts at maturity in this.
Yeah, except for Veronica makes really stupid choices.
So, to clear the air amongst us, Jughead and I should kiss.
Let's go here. I'm 100% on Veronica's side. I think it's so funny. I love, because it's like...
But then it makes Archie so butthurt.
That's because that's on Archie. That's an Archie problem. Because it's the perfect amount of pot stirring. Like, I love a little bit of friendly pot stirring.
Well, and it is very like that, like Chandler and Rachel thing from really early in Friends, where it's like, well, I saw you naked, now you need to see me naked, and then we'll be even.
Look, there's an elephant in the room in this entire episode, and that is the concept of swinging. And while... Am I wrong?
I mean...
While I don't think they should have done that on this episode or on this show, that is kind of the point of being young and in love and going to a secret, like, hidden place. And I
feel like you've been listening to a little too much Lana Del Rey. If we're being honest. I like you a
lot. I am actually furious that Archie and Jughead do not kiss this episode. Genuinely. Furious. I'm not being cute. I'm not doing a bit.
No,
I don't think it should have been romantic.
No.
Like, I don't think it should. I think it should have been played for laughs or whatever. But because this is a very special episode of Riverdale. It's a very gay episode. We've got
that
Kevin.
CW synergy.
Yeah. Love, Simon. There's a scene of it in the movie. They mention the movie Love, Simon like 57 times.
Yeah, a lot.
We have the Kevin stuff. We have the Cheryl stuff. So basically, Veronica suggests they go out to the hot tub. They get drunk and go out to the hot tub. And
On jalapeno margaritas. Those are, first of all, jalapeno margaritas can be okay.
Sure, but
Those margaritas are like as if they used jalapeno extract. They are fluorescent green. Incorrect.
But it's like...
And I just don't buy that Veronica Lodge is drinking like sour mix.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, it's like a jalapeno margarita is like spicy and sugary before it's alcohol,
fluorescent green,
before it's like
yeah.
And so because the whole point was like they were trying to get tipsy, and I know they're supposed to be teenage girls, but it's like I don't know.
But the following night they're drinking red wine. Like the reddest wine.
So she's like, well, the only way, to make this fair is for me and Jughead to kiss, which is hilarious because they don't like each other.
Yeah.
Jughead at most tolerates Veronica. Now Jughead is relatively red-blooded American male. He thinks she's hot. He's into the idea of it. But the kiss is symbolic. And the fact that Betty's mostly whatever. Actually, Betty kind of enjoys it.
And
Archie's the one that's so butthurt, which that checks so completely.
But it also only happens for like 10 seconds. It's like not a long
But even
kiss.
if they were
There's no
sloppy...
tongue, like...
Even if they were sloppy about it, I'm more intrigued by... It's like...
As if it were spin the bottle.
Yes.
Okay.
Completely. And also it's like people, like I have a lot of friends and I have a lot of different types of friends. And I've been to a lot of different kinds of parties. And people are weird. And they also don't engage in things sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I have seen couples get weird and then just pretend it didn't happen. And so there's part of me that I'm like, I don't know. I was really into it. And they even acknowledged that the Betty and Veronica kiss, which was such a throwaway. It was so dumb when it happened that I was like...
But both the boys are like, oh, what?
Sure. But I was like, they just absolutely should have done it. Like, is it even as a joke? Like, even...
Just done it again.
No.
Oh, Archie and
Or
Jughead.
sure, the girls should have done it again, but Archie and Jughead, they should have done it just even as a joke, just even as a, 2018 no homo, like...
Sure.
There's like, because
It's 2018, why aren't more guys bi?
Well, I remember we were playing Spin the Bottle one time in, like, college, and we were, like, 19 years old, and I just assumed we were playing, because the girls were kissing, but none of the guys were, and I just assumed. And so I made some offhanded comment, and my friend was like... This is Spin the Bottle, and I didn't even land on him, and he just kissed me as a sign of good faith. Like, so...
Sometimes is your go-to guy.
It's very straight. It was a like I said, sign of good faith.
Statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a political statement. So anyways, it feels like it is egregious to me it doesn't happen in this episode.
Yeah.
And even more so on my second watch.
Especially because they like the words come out of Betty's mouth. She's like, you and Archie are the only two of the four of us who haven't kissed. And it's just like, but the takeaway from that is not, well, we should rectify that. It's, you kissed Veronica? And I'm just like, ugh.
So, yeah, whatever. I'm not at all butthurt like
Whatever,
Archie.
Riverdale.
Yeah. So, they get robbed. It actually works. It's fine. And then Andre shoots and kills at least one of the guys, and that plot never comes back. We are home free. Set sail.
I trust him.
So the Moose and Midge thing, we said earlier that we thought that Midge knows. Well, Moose says, he tells Kevin flat out that Midge knows.
She knows all about us. And then they're like at the diner before Love, Simon, and she seems to know nothing.
Well, she's like asking about them, but it's like I have a more distinct memory, so I don't know if they have another. That must have been it. I don't know if they have another scene because I feel like they were in the diner when it happened. But I thought that there was an implication of like
not like a threesome, but
that Midge was kind of into it.
Yeah, okay. I remember it being, if that was it, I remember it being so much more than that. And, you know, without really getting into it, just justice for Midge. I kind of like Midge, and I think she gets the short end of the stick on this show. So, I get it. His plot, this is where his plot starts to become a little bit one note, because he's doing the mopey single gay kid. Although they throw around the Fangs, so I guess Fangs is known. Fangs is just gay.
If it's Fangs Fogarty, I don't think I can date someone named Fangs.
And he's like, I'm not dating someone named Fangs. And I was like, no. You marry a Fangs first, and then you talk about dating. Everyone knows that. Like, that's just standard protocol. So...
All right.
But yeah, and then we have Cheryl, apparently, her and Tony meet, and it's cute. I'm doing a lot of bits in this.
You are.
This plot needed to be over 2 episodes.
Yes.
It does not work, even remotely.
It just comes barreling out of nowhere, and given everything we have come to learn about Cheryl in a season and a half, I guess for lack of a better word, the reveal that she was, like, once in love with a girl named Heather really sort of just, you know, it's like, okay.
The smear was what really sold that.
Well, like, it's nice that we get it, and I do like where that grows and goes in the future, but you're right, it does not work in this instance at all.
I can fully believe that, like, Tony has a type and it's Thunder Cunt, but we've not established that in any way, shape, or form.
Because the only even remotely romantic thing we've seen her do is, like, vaguely hook up with
Kiss Jughead and say, I'm more into girls anyways. Yeah. So it's like, I can absolutely believe that Tony would be, like, into this. But Cheryl's right. She's sort of just stalking her in this episode. And it's like...
I think it's like, but for me, I read it more as Tony is the only one who can hear the cry for help.
Yes. I get that. But again, I think it would have been less clumsy if it were over 2 episodes.
For sure. I 100% agree with that. No question.
So, because they end in a place of understanding.
Yeah.
And then we have Kevin has 2 plots in this episode. Holy shit. Because Josie and Kevin find out that their parents are having an affair, and you know, it's so funny because I'm watching this thinking they are too upset about this, and then I was like, it is both of their families breaking up. Well, I'm just focused on the fact that Sierra and Tom are so hot.
Sure.
Where I'm like, big picture here, kids.
But they also, like, I had forgotten that neither of them had gotten a divorce yet. Divorced. So they just have been having a straight up affair on both sides. So yeah, although Josie's dad is, like, out of the picture because he's, like, away all the time. But yeah, I had forgotten.
Well, so is Kevin's mom, because she's apparently a soldier.
Oh, we've never met her, have we?
No. Yeah, no. They've mentioned it twice though. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah, back at the Cooper house, Beloved is still running roughshod over everything, so...
Huh?
Chick.
Oh. Is that what that's about?
The Toni Morrison novel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't read Beloved in high school, so...
We've talked about it once, but I think I've made that reference once before, and I think it didn't work. No, it's about a, like, long-lost child who comes back into the picture and, consumes the family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have it on my Nook, so I might read it.
It was weird. It's violent. I didn't love it, but...
Well, that's the thing about high school reading, is that they make you read things you're not old enough for.
It sticks with you.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, that's kind of... I'm a little surprised that, like, Jughead didn't make a comment.
Well, Toni Morrison is Betty's favorite author.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's still being...
He's been real creepy.
Waiting to be exposed. Bit by bit, the walls close in, until what was once just a house becomes her own private purgatory.
Real creepy across.
And Jughead at least acknowledged it. So, I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Let me look and see.
I don't think so. I think that was mostly it.
Oh, Hiram's buying things.
he's buying up the whole town. He bought off the debt of all of the serpents and the people that lived in the trailer park, and he bought the Riverdale, I almost said Sunnydale, the Riverdale Register, the newspaper, Allison Howe's newspaper. So he is, like, basically buying the town. Because I remember when it was happening, you were making Teen Wolf jokes, and you were like, he's gonna be like Grandpa Gerard, and he just, like, on the board, or, like, on the seat of everything important in the town.
Yeah. I just wrote down, I feel like Bughead sex would be so bland.
I don't know.
Well,
maybe just the creaky beds were making it sound better than it was.
And you were right, though. You're like this, like, completely, like, decked out swank lake house with, it's like,
just, like, the oldest
motel heart beds.
Like the oldest, rustiest spring mattresses.
I don't know. I mean, Betty obviously has a freaky side, but I feel like Jughead is, like,
he seemed
straight missionary.
He seemed into, like, her freaky side, though. Maybe he would let her do stuff to him.
Probably.
Yeah. So, you heard it here first. Jughead's into pegging.
So, yeah. I think that's that, so.
What a cool place to end.
2 at a time.